Our next wonderful guest is Francie Schildhauer. And Francie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Give us your title and the name of your company, a little bit about what you do.
Okay, thank you, Linnea. I'm Francie Schildhauer, and my title would be Independent Associate. I'm actually at the manager level with a company called Legal Shield. And we basically we educate people and on their legal rights, and we have different services for legal and identity theft that are affordable for everybody for any situation. We were basically like Uber was to taxis. We are the Uber of the legal field, so we're making the playing field level for everybody to have access to your rights, because if you don't have access to your rights, you don't know your rights, you just don't have any rights, and that's not right.
There's a lot of rights in there.
There is. It just kind of flowed.
What is it that you love about what you do?
I really love empowering people and protecting people, and much like Munera said about educating people about things that they just may don't know exist. And I think that we've all been kind of trained and grown up in a society where you have something go wrong, and a landlord tenant issue, or a speeding ticket, whatever it is, everyday life, right, happens to all of us, and you don't know what to do in that situation. What are your rights? And you're not going to pick up the phone and call a $300 an hour attorney, if you can find one for $300 an hour, to ask about that kind of a situation. So I think it's just empowering people with the knowledge of what we have, that they can tap their app, they can talk to an attorney at any time about any situation, just to get sound advice and wisdom on how to proceed on whatever the situation they're in, to the best of their benefit.
So there's a Legal Shield app where people can actually carry that on their phone and get legal advice or legal support.
Yes, actually, we have all of our clients download the app. It's free, and if you just tap the app, and you're actually connected directly with the law firm. Notice I said law firm, not a lawyer. So depending on your issue from any of the 26 areas of law, from real estate to your taxes to domestic situations, you can call and they will hear what your issue is, and then they will send that up to the appropriate attorney, who then calls you back and gets more information from you, and then directs you, gives you advice, and talks you through the best way to handle things, paperwork you may have to fill out, whatever the situation is. And it's just really what we give, besides empowering people, is peace of mind.
Yeah.
Just knowing that you're making the best decision possible, and you've had really wise counsel with a lawyer in that area of law, whatever that area of law is for you, to give you that sound advice.
So how does the program work? And you said you have an app. So does someone sign up? Is it like a membership fee, or you're a member of the service? Am I assuming right?
Right. So what we are is we're a subscription-based service, month to month, and we make it very affordable for everybody to sign up, and that that includes getting your app. You can actually get the app and not have the membership. We have what you call a freemium app. So there's a couple of things on our app that are actually free to use. But if you want to upgrade to the premium things, like getting your will done, or our member perks program, or taking care of a speeding ticket, then you would upgrade to the membership. And like I said, it's month to month. There's no long-term contracts, so we have to earn your business every month. This is something you want to have, and you want to use. We encourage our members to use this. This isn't, I have health insurance, I have it, I hope I don't need it, but I have it. We actually encourage you, like, pick up the phone, call your law firm if it's 20 times a day for 20 different questions, because we want you to be empowered to know what your rights are in any given situation and that you're protected. So it's a monthly subscription, and it's real easy to sign up. You can sign up right on the app. You can contact me directly and I can walk you through it. There's multiple ways to do that. So we make it very, very simple.
What you have here, what I have about you is that you help provide affordable legal access for everyday life events, from the trivial to the traumatic, for everyone. And I think that's,
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Yes, it's awesome.
So what was your path to get to what you're doing? How'd you end up doing this?
You know, I didn't wake up one day and say I wanted to be a Legal Shield representative. I was actually with another company that I loved the products, the people, everything about it, but I was struggling. And I had a friend, a really good friend, and I had heard about it before a lot of years ago when we had actually were members, my husband and I, and you know, things had to go, you know, feed the kids or pay this bill. So it went out the window. But, you know, God kind of redirected me back to it. And my sponsor who brought me in, she just, they had a special to join. And I was very adamant about not doing it, actually. I was like, no, I have another business. And then God really prompted me to do this, to help empower and protect people. And I didn't quite understand it at the time. So it kind of came in begrudgingly, but it didn't take really long for me to fall in love with the service and the people and just the mission that we're on. And I found my purpose, you know. I was looking for it, and I found it. And I love the company, the people, and I love how we get to empower people. I love that people, you know, I have clients, I've gone to their home and I sit down and I help them, you know, go through the process of writing their will and submitting that, just to be there as moral support, not because I really know anything about, you know, a trust or this or that on the form, but just as moral support to be able to answer questions and guide them in the right direction. So it feels really good to be able to empower people. This is your last love letter, your will. You have it for, you know, for whatever situation besides that. But it's just something that really, peace of mind. It just keeps coming back to peace of mind.
I think that's really important. Do you have a client story, a particular one that you would like to share?
You know, I don't really, I mean, I recently helped a client and her family sit down and go through the will process, and I was so blessed to be able to do that. Be a part of that, because that's nobody wants to talk about when you're going to go and what's going to happen, but it's really your love letter to your loved ones about your last wishes. And having had a very close friend of mine on our team recently lost her mother in the last 6 months, and her mother passed without a will, and watching the nightmare of stuff that she's had to go through to resolve that issue, it really literally has been quite a nightmare for her. And it just makes me more passionate to make sure, like, get protected. Our world is so upside down with profiling, with all the violence and stuff that's out there. I just want people to be protected. You know, if you get pulled over late at night and, you know, maybe feel like you're being profiled because of the color of your skin, or you're a female or a male or whatever the situation, to be able to have that app and tap that app on a Friday night at, you know, 11 o'clock and in emergency access your lawyer, and have a lawyer on the phone to be able to talk to that police officer, that levels the playing field for you and that situation hopefully turns out a lot better for you because you have that protection versus somebody who doesn't have it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you know, you've really got a heart for this, and I really appreciate that about you. Um, we're kind of wrapping up now. So what is one tip or promo or little something you'd like to give people at this time for the holidays?
Um, I would actually like to. I didn't write the book, no, but I'd like to give. It's a little booklet on how I made my first $10 million by somebody that I do know that's in our company. It'll help people to look at their money mindset a little bit differently, maybe look at a side gig a little differently if they need extra income.
Right.
And I would just love to be able to sit down and give a free cup of coffee or take somebody to lunch. That's going to be my thing. I want to take guys to lunch to just sit down, and it's a business lunch, but sit down, I'll treat you to lunch. Look at what we have so that you're aware. It may or may not be for you, and that's okay because it's not for everybody. But I'd like to treat whoever wants to take me up on it. I'd like to treat them to lunch. Come look at the presentation, see what we're about, get educated, and then just have a conversation after that.
That's great. Thank you so much for what you do. Okay.
Thank you.